doing a show, you're going to get me unadulterated.
Y'all, he won't take his CBD.
I don't like to be like you're trying to change me. You're trying to make me.
I'm not trying to change
some
you.
Kind of.
I'm just trying to make the world a better place for the rest of us.
You're going to get all me. I think
if
here
it
we
sounds
go.
a little echoey, it's because Poodle doesn't have apartments because we're in his new place.
don't have rugs, not apartments. You're bad with your words.
I'm telling you, I am like caregiver brain. My brain is a shell of itself, and I fully admit it.
Well, you're in Los Angeles now, so
I know
unshell it.
I tried to let it go in my own personal therapy today. Thanks.
And
just thanks for pressuring me.
Well, you need to do better. Can I throw your therapist some more money so he can work harder?
Like you would ever give money to my therapist.
Will $20 do it?
You would literally just he would say, hey, someone sent me a raw steak and asked me to do more. And I was like, that's Poodle.
I'm like, could you do better with this one? I'm having to deal with it, and it's like not good right now. Can you like cook him better?
What I was trying to remember, like the word.
Take the bad stuff out?
The word of like a good friend. Like I don't know what's going to happen this episode.
Great.
Yeah, welcome to Pig Royalty.
Welcome to Pig Royalty. Welcome to Reality Gaze presents Pig Royalty.
Wait. We're together.
Well, look at him now. Zuckerman's famous pig.
Y'all, we are together. I'm back
together
in Los
again.
Angeles. We're together for a couple of weeks. So unless something happens.
If you hear him being quiet for a minute, it's because he's looking around the room trying to figure out what to do with my new apartment.
I've already made a couple of suggestions. He screamed at me 3 times, and one of them said, maybe.
One of them was a maybe. Yeah, I ignore 4 or 5 of them.
But what happens when I leave is that Poodle has some of the grossest bedroom curtains I've ever seen in my life. Now. They are horrible.
I must say.
Was the picture like just a different curtain? like
they showed up. I'm like, sure.
They look like curtains that you would see in like either a nail or a hair salon in 1984.
That is exactly what they look like.
Like with the pictures of the very white cartoon women with red nails hanging by it.
It looked, first of all, it looked like the pattern wasn't very strong at all.
It's quite strong.
But the pattern is this kind of gold, metallic.
With like blacky blue as a backdrop.
Yeah.
And also I think Poodle made a mistake that, y'all, if you have short windows, don't get curtains that stop at your window. Have the curtains go to the floor.
Well, I wanted them to be a little bit longer, but I didn't want them to be...
They need to go to the floor.
Really?
Yeah. It just looks cut off and weird. I think curtains... Come at me, sissies.
No, I think you're right.
I think you're right. It breaks up the wall. Have the curtain go down to the floor.
Or I could be like Angela and just get a curtain panel on my wall. You remember when she'd do that in her house?
Yes.
There'd just be a curtain panel.
Yes, y'all. We're going to see more Angela. She's coming for Happily Ever After.
There's been a meme all over the internet that says, woman who is distrustful of plastic surgery, or Julia, that woman is going to be on the same tell-all as fucking Angela.
Oh,
my. Angela's going to have her for breakfast, y'all.
I hope to God Julia says, why did you not just eat better?
Oh, she will come and slap that bitch up. And I can't say I won't enjoy it.
Who? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be Yara, Julia, Kalani will be there. Oh, God.
That's going to be a good tell-all.
Yeah, Elizabeth will be saying stuff from the peanut gallery.
Oh, I think Elizabeth and Angela are going to go at it one another.
That's true. I don't think they've ever... I think that they have been. They have been on Happily Ever After together.
I guess they have. But they were on... That was that terrible Zoom one.
Oh, that's right.
It's different when they're in the same room.
Yeah, every time she says stuff on the tell-all, it's like... it sounds like nails on a chalkboard to me.
I'm happy for Angela. I think when she was that overweight, that's really shortening your life.
Seems like she feels better about herself now.
I hope she quit smoking.
Hope in one hand and piss in the other. But I think she had to actually to get the surgery.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
I think so. We don't know.
Yo, welcome to Reality Gaze, where we just say, I think so.
We
We're like,
think so.
I don't know.
We don't know.
And there's never any closure.
Hashtag not facts. That's
There's never any closure. I'm like, I think so.
It's like,
And you're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
And then we just move on.
it's
The biggest cock tease in the world.
we do. We just move
I'm sorry.
on.
I'm sorry. We should do better. Y'all, speaking of doing better, pig royalty. Holy fuck.
I told Poodle before
This
this
show
started,
is exquisite.
it's good. And I told Poodle before this started, Discovery Plus is a wonderful streaming platform, and I'm upset by it, especially since they sued us.
And
Yeah.
I really don't want to like them.
They have a lot of good content, y'all.
I'd like to say it's a burning slag heap of a network,
but it's not.
it's not.
It's not. There's just so much.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's
Anyway,
as much as your of the word much that you just said.
y'all, this is episode 2 of season 1 of Pig Royalty called Bucklegate.
Bucklegate. Do we have any announcements?
I don't.
This is going on our regular feed. So
Oh, this is going on, y'all. This
Yeah.
is the last episode of Pig Royalty that's going to go on the regular feed. After this, it's going on
$8 Patreon.
Going the $8
Supercast.
Reality Gaze Extra.
Extra.
Supercast or the Patreon. I think as far as next week is the season finale of Summer House. So
Hallelujah.
yeah, this episode was not good this season. Any other announcements? I don't think so. We have some things we're working on, but we're not ready to announce yet.
Congratulations, winners of March Madness Review of Palooza.
Yes, I'm gonna start working on that. This weekend.
I have their stuff collected. I'll send them to you.
You did.
Mm-hmm. I was going to email them all out.
Well, look at that.
Why don't you let me finish that? Because I'm already doing
Do
it.
you want to email what's his? We shouldn't be talking about this on the show. But you deal with it.
Do you like how we put our own business in the show?
Are you free on Thursday at like noon? Because I have an appointment at 11. That's us. So,
It's
poor
really,
people.
really ridiculous.
I don't think we have any other announcements. If we do, I'll think of it later. I just want to talk about.
I want to talk about pigs.
Although a sissy did say that they don't say Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs.
They don't. Well, remember her last episode? I said, I bet they call it Dripping Springs.
Yeah.
And she said no. And I have to look at the Insta message, but she said they often call it just drip.
Riveting.
We've had a lot of pig people.
They've
come
come
for
out
us
of the
and
woodwork.
tell us about pig life.
And also sheep life, cattle shows.
Now, y'all, and some of you, to be honest, this show is not about the pigs for me. It's about the people.
No, it is not about
But
pigs.
we will say, if you're thinking of jumping on, like, you can ask questions of what's going to happen to the pig and all that. I mean, I know, and I don't need to discuss it.
There is something that's going to happen in episode 5 that's out now that is very sad.
Okay.
But that does happen. People have been publicly mourning.
Okay.
Of something that's happening.
As long as Nugget's okay, I'm okay.
No, Nugget shall be protected at all costs. I will say we had some people who said that animal lovers were worried about if the pigs were going to be, we were going to see them mistreated. I don't think they've been mistreated at all. The show, in fact, portrays treatment of the pigs in a very
They
careful
talk about
manner.
them being pampered. However, to be honest, I'm not here to. I don't know, and I'm here to discuss the. You know what I mean? Like we don't know.
I agree, but I'm just
We didn't
saying.
grow up
I'm just saying
raising
from what I know.
So if it's a
exactly.
concern, then obviously, but I'm not. Yeah. I will say though that people ask what I just say. Watch Charlotte's Web. They'll tell you what happens to pigs. There you go.
I think the way we in this country have livestock, and if you were raised on a farm or people, my grandfather was a farmer, and you raised that, you know that reality of life,
Yeah.
that is there.
I'm from ranching land.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to be aware of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'd rather not be aware of it, which is perfectly fine. But it does happen, and to say I don't like what they're doing because this is they're going to eat the pigs later is not necessarily reality based, because that just happens.
Yeah.
What else would you do with the pigs?
I mean, that's what they raised them for.
Yeah.
That's the reality. We're not saying it's good or bad. We're not putting
no,
right or wrong.
No.
You're saying that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the pigs wouldn't be in existence at all.
They're being bred to
be shown and
because
to be
preferably all the best features. That is a way they can kind of earn money while
they're fattening them up to be your breakfast.
Yes.
So
or pork chops or
whatever. So again, we're not saying if it's right or wrong. We're just saying that's what it is.
And maybe there are some who go off to be pets.
Maybe there's some. So like Wilbur. That's what Wilbur did in Charlotte's Web.
And that was a nice movie.
That was a nice movie.
That was, I don't know if you noticed, but that movie was animated, so it wasn't real.
We're talking about that one with Debbie Reynolds, who was Charlotte.
Oh, my God, she was.
You didn't know Debbie Reynolds was Charlotte?
No.
Yeah. Debbie Reynolds.
I never thought about it.
Oh, God, I loved her. I mourned her death. That was really sad.
It was really sad.
Especially her and her daughter.
We're off the rails.
We're off the rails. Let's talk about Dripping Springs.
Let's talk about Dripping Springs.
Y'all, I just want to say something. You know that three daughters hate their mother when they let her wear makeup like this.
Holy fuck.
When they have beat fucking faces that look fantastic.
They look like they're right out of the Sephora chair, and she looks like a graduate of clown college.
No, not even clown college, because that would mean that she would have to have more makeup. But it's like she only puts on that dark eye,
really,
like the same
bad
makeup
eyeliner,
the same eyeliner Wet n Wild eyeliner you wear when you're in 8th grade. And I just want to tell her, I just want to. She's a pretty woman. I just want to do it better for her.
I will say, I don't know. I think that might have been Mackenzie getting revenge on her mother. Who is a cold, just stone cold killer.
We're gonna talk about that. All I'm saying, if I talk to my mother the way Mackenzie talks to her mother,
and calls her Michelle.
Yes, calls her. I noticed that too. Calls her Michelle when she speaks about her.
Mackenzie is full of white hot rage.
If I was in an interview and I called my mother by her name,
I know.
I think she would slap me.
Mine wouldn't, but it sounds a way to separate her from them, and they're constantly making fun of their mother, and their mother's a joke to them.
Yeah.
And now I'm not a Michelle Balero fan, but the treatment, and these are not teenage girls. These are girls in their 20s.
Yeah. Like in college.
This is past.
Know better.
Yeah. This is past teenage angst, you guys.
Yeah.
This is past that. This is just now.
It'll get better once they get husbands and they have children and they realize how hard it is to be a mother, and then they'll treat their husbands like that and not their mother.
I think some of them are married.
Those poor men. Those poor men.
Especially if Mackenzie is.
She is married?
I said I don't know.
Those poor men.
Or I think one of them at least has a fiance, because the big thing is one of the girls, either boyfriends or fiancés, wrote some kind of legal statement saying Michelle is going to sue the show or something like that.
Because of the way she's portrayed.
Because of the edit she got. Because here's the thing, you guys, like we say with 90 Day Fiancé, the crew hates her.
Michelle kind of is the Cruella de Vil of pigs.
Yeah. Let's jump into this.
Let's jump into it, because it's what we're talking about. Y'all, so already, Michelle is pissed because last episode, Jody was talking to Justin Kane. Justin Kane, who is one of the Balero pig family people.
Yeah, his daughters are showers. And remember, you guys, you have to pay Michelle Balero to talk show with that.
Well, we didn't. You brought that up, but nobody
brought that up.
But they bring that up in this episode.
Yes.
So
I'm caught up. I'm actually.
Why don't you be here in the present in the right episode?
I can't.
This is why I don't watch 5 episodes ahead.
I can't stop watching.
Because then you ruin it for other people. Maybe you need a pause. Could you?
Maybe you need to catch up.
Would you?
You need to get off my jock.
Y'all, speaking of jocks, 4 days.
Yep.
4 days.
4 days to complete
you're gonna
immunity.
hear a sonic boom somewhere. It's going to be Poodle getting it done.
All the way in Iceland.
Sound like that's my Bjork impression. Yeah. So Michelle is sitting in the truck, and Justin goes to say bye to her. She doesn't even open the truck door.
Ugh.
She's like something happened to Michelle on the way to heaven. Which I kind of, what? Here's the deal. I know Michelle's painted in a bad light. In a weird way, I relate to her more than I do Jody.
She's very sensitive. I relate to Jody a lot.
But no, I don't mean personally. Michelle are the women that I see in my hometown.
Oh, I agree with that. Jody is...
I see Jody too.
Jody's very mother poodle for me.
Yes, but with Michelle, I see so many women that are... that have... almost turned like a lot of that patriarchal system on themselves.
And it's all hurt. It's all
hurt.
Yep. I get you.
So I do have empathy for her.
Yeah. It's all a response.
Response is a good word.
Yeah. So
the show is good.
Later, I told you. So later on, the Balero team is having a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
They have a sign with guns on it that says, "We don't dial 911." I know what that means, but I'd rather not say it. So they're talking about how they did as a team at their last show, and she's like, "Can we teach these kids a little bit more?" And the girls are like, "What are we supposed to do?
What are we supposed to do?
Are we supposed to make sure they're walking their pigs? We get to hold their hand?
Do we have to wipe their ass?"
God, these are 3 absolute terrible just.
It's very sad that.
Just shrews.
It's like the Gypsy Rowley's story. This mother gave Gypsy story.
Yeah.
This mother gave quote unquote everything she thought to her daughters to give them a life that she wanted to live.
Yeah.
To make them happy, and they hate her for it.
They're spoiled,
awful
brats.
Entitled brats.
Yeah, they're pretty awful. And I like it how the documentary holds nothing back. It's almost like they egg these girls on to say the worst things possible about the other people. She's like, I don't know. Are the Rihns going? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We're definitely going to beat them, though. Are they going? I don't know. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. So she's in her car, and Jody's like, maybe she's mad. I don't know. It's not for me to worry about. And she's like, I think Michelle has control issues, which is true.
Yeah.
And Jody, kind of where we get the name of the show, she says, Michelle has always thought of herself as some type of royalty. And she's like, but watch out, bitches, we're coming. And so that is kind of like what we see is Michelle's talking to her girls about for her, it's almost like a drag mother.
Yeah.
And it's about, even though you're not in the house of whatever, the house of Poodle anymore, that how are you going to build the house? And the problem is the girls don't give a shit about the house. They just care about themselves.
They care about themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if that's watching their mother act this way without the same level of hurt she had has made them that way.
I don't know.
But I do want to say that they're going to put on their own show. Because their own pig show, because the others was canceled due to COVID. So, you know what?
Michelle said,
let's just go out because COVID's just ruining everything.
We are not listening to that. We are going to do what we do best.
The bars are open. The restaurants are open. The children need
this.
More.
Y'all, take a drink.
This is for the kids.
Take a drink every time Michelle said it's the kids.
This is for the kids.
Y'all. This is for Michelle.
In episode 4, she gets plastic surgery.
You can't watch any more episodes. I bind you, Nancy, from watching more episodes.
But no, I'm just saying.
You can't get any more episodes.
Here's
You're going to ruin it.
Here's a book report for you. Everyone else is already past where you are.
But our audience
I know.
might be listening. It's not about me. It's about our listeners.
You know what? That spoiler is not a spoiler because that's in the trailer.
Well, Carl's wife is upset because she is watching this as we put out podcast. So why don't you think about her?
Anyway, y'all, but you already know that money is not just going, quote, back to the kids.
It's not going back all to the kids.
Nope. That
No.
money's going to any of that cheetah print store.
Oh, yeah.
So they are, she's
Leslie's Closet. That's our favorite store.
she's making her kids, her team, and the kids do all the work. Now, remember, you guys, they're paying her, and
They're
she
paying
has her kids making this place or wherever it is.
And they're like, why aren't you working? She's like, I'm supervising. I have 71 sponsors. All the money's going to the kids. 71. It's not for profit.
So,
Are you a nonprofit, Michelle? Yeah, it's
Yes.
we don't profit.
we don't profit because I spend all the profits, so I'm not profiting.
In fact, exactly. And it's all for the kids. So much so, they're going to do an old timer show, which is people that are grown up and not in high school anymore that don't even need the
Yeah, it's
money,
kind of-
but they're
I
still
think
going to
it's-
have a pageant for them.
I don't think that's a paid gig. I don't think they give pageants for that or
They
money
get
for that.
buckles?
They
And
get
she's got
buckles.
to pay for the buckles.
That's true.
If they get through from customs.
I like your Michelle.
She's
It's always kind of you're exasperated about something.
That's Michelle.
So you guys,
So that brings up they're doing this old timer part. So that means y'all,
Michaela, Mackenzie, and McCall.
the Balero girls.
I hate myself every time I have to say
Yeah,
that.
that's true. The Balero girls and the Rihns.
And the Ring girls, Kaylee
And Tyler.
Cammie, and Tyler.
Well, he's a Ring girl.
Yeah, he's a Ring girl.
He's a girl. Tyler's a girl like us.
She's like, yeah, baby.
She is.
I love her.
She needs to have a jean jacket that sequins on the back that says Ring Girl. And if she doesn't have it, she needs to get that jacket.
I am so proud for him living in that area of Texas.
Y'all, he is us.
full. I know. Living it full out.
Full fucking out.
I'm so proud of him.
That is bravery. And I mean this in serious. That is bravery that I did not have at that age.
Same.
I had to get out.
And I think even more so, he doesn't tone it down at all.
He has fucked so many not as cute guys as him on Grindr
know.
that's all you get
I
out
know.
there. It's all you get out there.
Girl, if you're listening, we will go. You come to Dallas or we'll go to San Antonio. Come to our San Antonio show, and we will take you out. We'll get you laid.
We're going to San Antonio. I think he gets laid in San Antonio.
He does get laid in San Antonio.
He probably gets laid in Dallas too.
Yep.
He's a wily
cute.
one. He kind of reminds me of you.
I know.
Very ambitious.
He really does. The way he gets really kind of mouthy too.
Yeah, it's Poodle.
Yeah, y'all. This is what
Maybe I'll let y'all two go out together after
This
the live
is what
show.
I'm like. I'm like kind of just like I get yelly and mouthy, especially with competition.
Especially when he was in his 20s.
Ooh, yeah, it's rough.
And they should have put you on The Real World when you auditioned in their 20s. You would be famous now.
I got through to. I had 3 interviews for the New Orleans Real World, but then
they picked the gorgeous gay guy. And I don't know, because that's still all that they're fucking putting on TV.
Yes,
Either you've
Danny was chosen over me.
Either you've got to be a flouncing, sparkling drag queen, or you
Yeah.
have to look like fucking Karamo.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yes, when I saw who was chosen, I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on. And what's he doing now?
I think he's done some acting.
He was cute.
Yeah, he was real hot.
He was hot.
Yeah.
He was hot.
Yeah, I knew why I didn't get cast. Not a lot of room for righteous anger. When I saw him, I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Claudette, could you pass me those Doritos? We'll watch together.
I'm just going to sit here and watch him take his shirt off.
Yeah.
Could have could have lost a little weight, I guess, for my last audition.
The real world got a little too real for you.
Yep. That hurt.
Ouch. So, y'all, Michelle is... Or, wait, where are we? Well, okay, so they're prepping the show, and that's where Michaela, the producer, says, are the Rihns coming?
I don't know. Are they?
Are they? Oh, and she says, they are. And she's like, oh, well then. Okay, well then who knows who wins? I mean, I guess we can just wait and see who wins.
Wait and see.
So
I like the Balero girls are the Balero team. They are talking about like I think her Jordan, who I love.
The redheaded?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And some of the other girls, they're talking about...
They're having dinner or lunch.
And they're saying, Jody from the Rihns team came up to us and talked to us, basically saying, anything I can do for you guys, because if my girls don't win, I want you guys to win, which is a nice thing to say.
It is.
We already know it got under Michelle's skin like crazy.
So much so that Michelle says, "I'm having security at my pig show. I'm having 2 police officers,
and I don't know what.
And if people show at their ass, they're going to be escorted.
What security would be handling there? I guess if she talked, she would just say, "My cop friend, can you go over there and talk to that woman,
true.
The red, white, and blue woman?"
So now here's the deal, y'all, because Jody is not sweet.
No,
Jody knows she's nice.
No,
but Jody knows what she's fucking doing because she knows, y'all. I bet there is a river of dead bodies of people that have been with Michelle that have been cast aside.
Yep.
And guess where they end up going?
Yep.
Whenever they don't have a place, they end up getting coached by Jody and her team.
Yep.
I know it's happened before.
God, I love Jody.
So Jody knows that she sees talent in them.
Yeah.
And talent in their pigs, and she says, "Hey, when she fucks you over, we're here."
Yeah, I agree. You can just see that Jody cares so much about her kids, and also I think it comes from her. She wants to win. Jody really wants to win, and she wants to beat the Baleros.
I think they probably wouldn't admit it, but I think Jody and Michelle both have the same kind of inner desire, but they come about it in such different ways.
Totally agree.
This both is about themselves and
a little bit,
but not. I don't mean that in a selfish way, but I mean it's coming from a place of they're competitive and they want to win.
Yeah,
and they want to.
I think Jody's doing it for her family more than anything else.
Yes, I think she's doing it for her family because she's proud of her family.
Yeah.
And she wants her family to succeed. Michelle's doing it because she wants her family to love her.
That's a good point.
So I think Michelle's doing it for her family too.
So the Cammie, that's Jody says, Cammie is my support system. They're talking about that kind
Cammie
of
Jody
fight with
outside.
Mandy Tyke. I think it is Tyke.
Tyke.
Yeah.
So y'all remember Mandy's her best friend from like years and years.
And her and her wife
Kristen
blew up that she was trying to help them, and she's like, "Well, it's not my fault you picked bad pigs."
But then Jody kind of says after, she's like, "I can't sleep about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did have some fault in that.
Right.
Like I did have some responsibility." And Cammie and Jody are like really good friends. And so Cammie is kind of telling her like, that you work it out, just go talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I didn't understand. Then Keely comes up and Keely starts coming at her mom.
Yeah,
but I don't understand why. There must have been an editing issue. But I was just like, "Where is this coming from?"
think the mom. I think she just want to almost pick a fight.
Because was Keely? But help me. Was Keely saying, "Don't apologize to Mandy"? Like, be a badass bitch to her.
I think Keely was just kind of micromanage what she would tell her, and that's not what Jody needed to hear at that moment, and that's why they both got emotional.
These. Y'all, I'm way too close to my mother, and my mother and I totally have an enmeshed relationship. But both of these families, it's like their parents are like best friends of their kids.
Yep.
That is not like...
Well, I think...
I wasn't like that when I was in high school.
No, and I think the girls are in their 20s, I believe.
I guess that's true. That's different. It's also different for women.
But I do agree with you. It feels like this is like an all hands on deck kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
and the girls are there like friends, they're sisters, they're also children.
I feel like that's a lot of kids. I feel like a lot of kids, my brother and sister are kind of like that with their kids. I feel like they just generate. Because Jody's probably about my brother's age, don't you think? My brother's
she's
44, 45.
A little older.
I don't think she's close to 50. She looks,
I'm saying your brother's 45?
44. He'll be 44 next month.
Jody's probably...
I think like early 40s, right?
Jody's probably mid-40s. Tops.
I think she's probably... Wow. She's the same age as us. I never thought about that.
We need to move on.
If our daughters are 20...
Not ready to have... So I could have 20-year-old daughters.
You could.
What would my daughters' names be? What would they be like?
I think they would be a lot like three girls we know named Mackenzie, Michaela, and McCall.
No. I'd drown those children like puppies. I don't know where they went. Can we start over, honey?
Oh.
They were turning out to be just not good girls.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to interrupt you because we forget this is a free show.
We need to take a break.
We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Y'all, I'm going to make an announcement while poodles.
With poods.
Poods getting situated.
I didn't like poods at first, but I'm getting used to it.
Who called you poods?
Someone suggested. I think you did. You called me.
Oh, maybe
something. Poods.
Oh, yeah.
And then people used it on the Sissy Squad. That's our Facebook group. Yo, we have fun in there.
We do have fun in there.
The Sissy Squad.
We're back. Before we jump in, we did forget one announcement. We don't want to remind everybody that. Y'all, we're doing on this Sunday after the tell-all.
Live
right after the tell-all. We're doing a YouTube live.
We'll do it live.
It's going to be at 7:05 p.m. Pacific time with Chris Farah. Now,
that's 10:05 Eastern.
8, 9, 10, yes,
9:05 Central.
It's on her YouTube. She's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
She does 90 Day Fiancé. She's been on this one time I was out because of my dad.
She guest hosted with me.
She guest hosted. We love Chris.
I've known her for 58 years.
You've done shows with her. Yeah. Well, I've done shows with her.
But I've done a show with her.
We know her for a long time. She's been a part of our Cabaret before. Yeah. So we love her. She's hilarious.
She's Reality Gaze family.
She is Reality Gaze family, and she's 90 Day family.
That's true. She's pretty much a gay.
She pretty much is gay. So anyway, y'all, that's going to check. Be sure to...
It would make more sense if she was a gay man, actually.
I'm going to put the link of that in the show notes to this. We'll announce this for Summer House, too, when we drop other free shows this week. But be sure to check that out Sunday at 7:05 p.m. Pacific time.
Ooh, we're going to have fun, y'all. It's always a good time with Chris Farah.
Always. There might be wigs involved. Or there might be wigs involved.
Chris Farah is the only one who we've allowed to actually participate in Cabaret. And she's one of the few people to make... I broke on stage once.
Yeah. She made both of us laugh on stage. And
and that was pretty good.
That's pretty good. So, y'all, check it out this Sunday. Right after the tell-all.
I still laugh about when she improv'd a line about... We talk about, no, you're welcome to West Hollywood. You got to have a dog here. She's like, there's a whole store just called Food for Dogs.
And there really is a store called Food for Dogs.
They don't have human food. That is legit true for West Hollywood.
You've got to have a dog if you live in West Hollywood.
That's the truth.
You have to.
You're expelled with extreme prejudice.
Yeah. Cats, they don't care.
French bulldogs preferred.
Or some type
of nasty Republican town.
Something with a poo in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move back to pig royalty. Let's talk about pigs.
So we kind of do a little bit of zoom in on Jordan, the girl with red hair, who is one of my favorites in the Balero team.
Yes.
Jordan has been showing pigs for 6 years, and she's like, I show pigs because I love them. I love everything about them. Her mom recently, I love this mom too, because the
mom's name is what?
I don't know. I just like Mom was giving us
Kim.
Mom was giving us Tiffany shoulders, wearing slightly inappropriate clothing.
Did you see her Texas earrings?
I did.
That looks like a store we have in Ardmore called the Cloverleaf. It kind of looks like it's a copy of that Miranda Lambert store that she has in Oklahoma.
Yes.
It's called like Pistols and Pink.
I don't care.
Gun and shootings or like rifles and ringtones or whatever. Or rhinestones. Rifles and rhinestones.
Lace and Lugers.
Yes. Anyway, that's the kind of earrings you get there. It's not.
And
she's
got
like
her
knockoff Kendra Scott.
She's got her like string of pearls.
Yes.
And her mother's like, I just got divorced 3 years ago, and I had to pick up a couple more jobs just so I could provide for the pigs.
She said, we just built this farm, and what are we supposed to do? This is what Jordan wants to do.
I love women like this.
And this is a strong bitch, and I'm here for it. Good for you, Kim.
So Jordan still has not won a showmanship buckle, but we're working on it. The next thing, y'all, the Rihns, when Tyler, the three Rihn girls, Tyler.
Yes. We're calling them the Rihn girls.
The Rihn girls. They're investigating the venue.
This is one of those things. Show me you're a poodle without telling me you're a poodle. This is it.
This is how I would do it too. That's exactly. I'd be like, let's go case this place, y'all. To the point where he's like, I can climb this fence. Couldn't do that with my heels.
That's where a poodle and you wouldn't climb a fence.
I'd find another way to get around it.
Yeah, but they sneak into the...
It's terrible. They're like, is that a porta potty?
Because I guess they start talking about things. First of all, it's a cement platform, and they're going to put dirt over it. Cement platform. I guess that's probably not great for pigs to walk on.
And they don't know. It's like just sand. It's not wood chips, so the pigs might get sick. This is sketch, y'all.
I didn't know pigs could get sick from sand.
I don't know either.
We don't know where it's from. Like, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
It doesn't look appropriate.
No.
And
guess what? He's like, someone ought to call the land commissioner about this.
Cut to see him pick up the phone. Hello.
And the next scene...
I bet when Michelle, if she finds this out later, but I bet when she watched
she's
this...
she's going to lose her mind.
Y'all, somewhere in Helotes, Texas, we heard a bomb go off. Or wherever they live.
Helotes. Yeah, Helotes.
Helotes. That's what I'm calling it.
Helotes.
I'm calling it Helotes. Sorry, y'all.
Sounds like some kind of side order you get at a Mexican restaurant.
Like the way my mom says.
Side of Helotes.
Yeah, Helotes and enchiladas. Just put it right here in the tortilla.
Oh, God. They're basically, we're having a barbecue at the Baleros, and Nugget's getting meat for the dad.
Yeah.
And Michelle is basically on the phone, and Mackenzie's like, who are you talking to?
Ma, who are you talking to?
And she's like, well, they have canceled because there's not a COVID protocol, and they've shut us down.
My favorite line. This is discrimination of
against
pig kids.
Show kids.
A show of pig show kids. Discrimination.
I don't know if that state statute has been written about discrimination yet.
I don't know if y'all...
On the basis of race, sexuality, or livestock show kids.
Be sure to contact your Texas representative if you're the victim of pig show discrimination.
Sadly, there would be a law passed there against pig show discrimination
before they protect black people,
before racial
or immigrants
and LGBT people.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, sue we to that one, y'all.
Then we get to, but she said. Then she famously says, "The bars are open, the restaurants are open." All these places are open. She's just a fucking COVID nut.
And then Michaela starts going, you just tell them we're going to find a place where you don't have to do all this COVID stuff. And then we're just going to
just
going to get someone, and then we're just going to have a little show. And her mom says,
COVID be damned.
And Michelle says, I have a bunch of calls to make. So many calls.
I got calls to make, y'all. Oh, this is so good. So
I love her.
The next scene is Jody apologizing to, I think it's probably Sabinal.
I'm going to say Sabinal.
I think you're wrong.
Sabinal, she's at Mandy's, and
Mandy's and Mandy tells her,
Jody says, your friendship's worth more to me than any buckle.
She's like, well, you were a no-show for me. You didn't call us back. And she's like, well, she's like what I said. If you want a good hog, you got to spend some money, and can't win buckles with a shit hog.
Mandy doesn't seem... Now, look, maybe there's something in the edit. Like, yes, maybe Jody frosted her a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like Mandy is feeling this way deeper. Because Jody even says, like, Jody says, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have done. Thank you for letting me know. And Mandy's like, well, you should know.
It feels like Mandy is a little overly sensitive for everything that goes on.
It feels like she's jealous of her.
Possibly. Yep. Yeah, there's a little bit of a little bite.
And they've been best friends forever. Yep. So maybe there's herstory that we don't know about.
And she does say, and I like Jody to say, you're never going to do anything with a hog that's structurally incorrect.
That is a mother poodle thing to say.
But I love how much of a realist Jody is.
But Mandy says, look, you're telling me this, but I've called you. Yeah. I've texted you. I haven't heard anything. So you're not even here to tell me I have a shit pig.
Right.
Because you're not.
Right.
But now,
I think Jody is someone who probably in the moment promises to do everything. And I think she wants to.
I don't think Jody says no well.
Right, exactly. She promises everything and then can't really fulfill because there's only 24 hours in a day.
She spreads herself too thin.
Yep, I agree.
She's Jody is way too busy. Yep. I bet she does. I know pigs are her main thing, but I bet you she volunteers for fucking cheerleader shit and for the kids. She's doing too much. And we already hear about her being a sports mom.
That was my mother. That's what Jody's got a lot of mother poodle in her.
There was isn't that next?
The kid says, "Yeah,
Canaan. What's his name? Canaan.
Like the city in the Bible. Those Canaan days.
You didn't grow up with anybody named Canaan?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. Maybe
with 2 A's, they would have never known how to spell that.
Well, that's how we learned.
Canaan.
How we learned.
I heard New Canaan Fellowship Church.
New Canaan Fellowship Church. That's right about Stoptown.
I'm making that up, but I'm sure there's a New Canaan Fellowship Church.
I'm sure. Why are they always new? You never hear there's
the other
new
one burned
Baptist, down. new Christian. There's never the one that says Old Baptist Church.
No, there was seriously
Old Canaan Church.
That happened one time. A lot of times people will leave and they'll just go form a new one.
But so the old one's never called old.
I think it's just called original, that happened in South Carolina once. There was a new life discovery or new East Pickens or something like that because the other one burned down and they just put new in front of it.
Wow.
I know. So anyway,
wow.
They are. They've found a new space.
They did.
The Baleros found a new space, and Michelle's like, I got a vision. There's cheetahs, there's bling, there's everywhere. It's just gonna be but it's all for the kids. It's all for the kids. Not for me.
A dream
about pigs, baby.
It's gonna come true, baby.
I'll do it for me. I mean you. Baby. So Nugget is outside saying,
I really want to sing everything's coming up Piglies, but I'm not.
Nugget's going, pig show. Want to come to the pig show? And a woman says, what's a pig show? And he's like, that's where we show pigs.
She said, oh, thank you.
Thank you. That's so, you show pigs? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am. Nugget is cute.
He's one of the best things about the show, I think. They found a kind of a star in him.
They did.
I love it.
They did find a star in him.
So the Ring girls are talking about... So the Ring girls, y'all...
We're the Ring girls, boy.
We'll show your piggies.
Yeah. We sang that at Pops, and everybody remembers that. It was a bunch of white girls singing it, and they were all like, we're your dream girls, boys. We'll make you happy.
What is Pops? What is Pops? I'm scared to ask.
The Pops concert, you just sing the hits. It's just non sequitur music. You're just singing just popular.
Did you say non sequitur music?
Yes.
What is that? What do you think that means?
I mean, like, there's no rhyme or reason why there's one song after another song.
Oh, non sequiturs that means something that means nothing.
Oh, sorry. I meant random.
I thought you were saying non-secular or something.
I'm telling you, I'm not speaking well right now. I fully admit it.
I know
you would say that every day. All you got to do is dream.
That's really... We'll be there. It's really terrible.
It was so white.
So... the slow-mo of the Ring girls with Tyler walking along. He's got his flowing shirt open, and he's like, yeah, the Balero girls are going to be all made up. He's like, no. It's like, I'm going to do your makeup. We're going to look really good. That reminded me of you.
That's true. You're going to be on fire.
You're going to be fire.
I'm going to use that.
You're going to be fire. Not on fire.
I feel like Tyler...
No one says on fire. You're like, you're going to look fire.
You're going to go fire. I bet Tyler would totally go out with us in West Hollywood, and then we would lose him by 9:30 somewhere.
She would be...
Oh,
she'd find better. She'd find better gays.
She'd find better, because we would be sisters. But he would find a gentleman caller.
Yeah, he'd find someone else.
Again, poodle in his 20s. And you're like, where'd Tyler go?
The club, you're like, oh, Tyler.
And then Keely would say, like, oh, I have his phone on my location on my phone. And she'd pull up and she'd say, why is he at a 24-hour fitness at 11:30 p.m.?
It looks like in the steam room.
Why?
So they are, it's announced that the Balero team will wear khakis and whites. This is not a good look. Men can kind of get by with it, but you still look like a car salesman.
Women just look like they're in a cult.
Yeah, agreed. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look. And also it's not a good look because, y'all, this is the Balero tournament. So it's literally just saying, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm a Balero.
And Balero, not Bolero. A Bolero is something you wear.
It's what my cousin wore at my granny's funeral and no shirt.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah. I did tell you that. I went to my granny, the one that was from Sulphur, my mom's grandma that died when I was in high school. It's the family we don't talk to, the ones that don't have like teeth and stuff like that. Well, he wore a Bolero tie and nothing else.
Anyway.
Took my high school girlfriend at the time, and I was very embarrassed.
I'm sure she was mortified.
And you know what? She was in that chorus of Dream Girl, so it's all a callback.
Oh, God, I can't handle this. If I was to diagram all this, it'd be like that meme of Charlie from It's Always Sunny. So, and Shelly, one of the Balero girls, says, isn't this gonna seem like it's rigged if we're all wearing the same thing and we win?
No. Judging is judging, and it's fair. And if you're
the best,
if you show your hog like you've got nothing to live for and you win, then that's your talent.
Who's the best people?
Who's the best people?
Pig people.
Pig people.
Pig people.
Who's Tracy?
Who's Tracy? So now they're decorating for the show, and the Buckles are late, you guys.
Bucklegate.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
This is the first chandelier screen
in this apartment.
It is. In stereo.
And so Mackenzie, this is what I was shocked. I said, who's that other girl with her? Who's that? I'm like, oh, that's Mackenzie without makeup.
Who's that girl walking down the street looking like her age, like she's not going to... It's Mackenzie.
But no, she looked fresh-faced. I just did not know who she was.
Well, she looked 19 instead of 31.
I did not know who she was.
Young women wear makeup that heavy. It ages them so much.
And it's not that it's bad.
Her makeup is beautiful.
I just went, who's that?
Yeah.
Who's that girl? And I went, and then she opened her mouth.
And she opened her mouth and was screaming at her mother.
She called someone a bitch. And I went, oh, it's Mackenzie.
Like, it's Mackenzie.
Anyway, and we get a quote of, it's still for the kids.
This is her it's just 20 minutes of her berating her mother about how stupid she is.
Yeah.
For doing this, because I'll be honest, everybody's like rolling their eyes and they're like, it's a pig show. It's not. I'm not that I don't want to say I agree, but I'm like, if Michelle was doing it for the right reasons, like I want to put on a fun pig show and I want it to be silly and fun. Sure, it looks. I have to say, it looks really cute.
It's a little much.
It's like pig pageant.
It
prom.
was very pageant-y for me. Now I am not a pig show aficionado.
We should go to one after this.
I kind of want to go to one.
I would also be scared for my safety.
I'm afraid I think they have to have them out here somewhere.
We'd have to go with Tyler, so I feel like we wouldn't get gay bashed.
Yeah, true.
I'd be worried.
I'd want to go to a pig show. I don't want to fly to Texas. I'm sure there are ones in like Hemet. Like if we have to drive north up in the Central Valley.
It's not the same as going to the ones in Texas.
I know, you're right.
But after the pandemic, we'll go.
Yeah, we can go to a pig show. I promise. So
it's okay if we don't.
She's berating her mother.
But it's like if she was like,
it feels a lot.
It's the thing that Michelle wants it. It's all about. I think the thing that what people they're talking about it being gross looking, but what they're really saying, it's so gross that Michelle is doing this all to show how wonderful her and her
taking
family
center
are.
stage. Yeah,
it's not for the kids. It's not to show off the kids. It's not to give them a pig show. It's to show how wonderful she is.
And it doesn't feel fun. It feels garish.
Yeah.
It feels like it's too much, like you would be like assaulted by it.
Yes.
I like Tyler.
Poor Nuggets having to sit under the bleachers just to get some peace and quiet.
Y'all, I wrote down, this is exquisite, with a camera probably asked Nugget, why do you go into the bleachers? He's like, yeah, it's how I try to kind of get my, when things are too much for me, I go between the bleachers. And I have my little up on the roof moment. When this whole world starts getting me down, I go up where the air is fresh and clean. Is that what they say?
I don't know that song.
Up on the Roof?
By who?
It was written by Carole King. I want to say the Drifters recorded it. On the roof is it as can be. Not out of nowhere will bother.
By the Drifters.
Drifters, yeah. I love this song. How do you not know this song? When this whole world starts getting me down.
Oh, yes, I do know this song. You weren't singing the melody right.
No, you just forgot it.
Carole King and James Taylor wrote that.
Yeah.
That's a
she
beautiful
wrote a lot of songs.
Carole King is
not
prolific.
Carole Kane. She's on the Kimmy.
Kim Crawford is prolific.
Prolific.
Anyway, that was beautiful.
It's a great song.
No, I mean when Nugget was sitting.
Oh, I know. I loved it. Anyway, so Michelle's kind of losing her mind. She's crying, and I like Mackenzie's response to Michelle crying.
We didn't say they found another. The Kendall County Fairgrounds,
yes,
had a space available, so they're having the pig show there.
Mackenzie's response to her mother crying is not, "Mom, why are you crying?" It's, "What's wrong? What is wrong with you?" She's going to be a terrible mother.
Oh.
It's going to be awful.
Oh.
Yeah.
She better pray. She better pray that she has sons and not a daughter.
I pray for that,
I pray for that, too.
Anyway, so I just like, what's wrong? And Nugget comes over after that and says, I'll win a buckle for you, Michelle. And she's like, she starts to keep crying even more.
I started to get emotional, but we don't have any fucking buckles.
I like your Michelle. It kind of hits right to the middle of it.
She can't even have a sensitive, vulnerable moment.
No.
Because she's just upset that she doesn't have any buckles to hand out to everybody.
So then
meanwhile, Jody and the Rihns are practicing, and Joni...
They're watching videos on the barn.
They're watching videos on the barn. They've been practicing Tyler... Cammy and Keely. All these names are problematic.
I know.
They've been practicing, and Jody's like, I'm worried about Tyler. She's gonna get saucy at this,
and that would be me.
And that would be Poodle.
I'd be running my mouth. Mm-hmm. Like when I go to a Braves game, when Braves play the Dodgers, and I start running my mouth, and everyone around me is like, someone got their ass beat here.
Yeah, someone literally at San Francisco's Giants, I think, died.
Yeah, he died. So I try to run my mouth at sporting events.
I don't go to Dodgers games with him anymore.
So the Baleros are getting blinged out later on. And one more thing I want to point out. When they were watching the pigs, and Cannon says she also gets this. She's like, I don't like it when you yell at me and yell coachings. She's like, she also yells at me at sports. And I'm like, as Mother Poodle did. And she's like, it's like you're a voice inside my head. And she went, I am the voice inside your head.
And I answered that before she did because y'all, your mother is always the voice inside your head.
I kind of agree with that.
Especially when you're a gay son.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Cannon's going to be gay, but they wouldn't care if he was.
No.
But yeah, your mom is a voice inside your head, y'all.
That's true. I don't like to admit it, but it is.
That is. When Poodle
always
when Poodle wants to do something, he think it might be a little wrong. What does he hear?
What do you do? I didn't raise you to do that. Cool.
And I hear, oh, Matthew, why would you do that?
I don't think I prefer my mother's voice. Yours is more
my mother's
shaming.
more shocked and like,
yeah.
Matthew, how could you? Not the kind of kid I raised.
Puts it about her. So they do have, there are no buckles.
There are no buckles.
That's officially.
There's not. And Michelle, I'm going to sue him. I paid $3,000 for buckles. I'll pay $3,000 to sue his ass. I'll take him to the Kendall County Court. I know Judge Rihns. I don't know.
So they are we're at the thing. So she's in there like as the MC, and she's like, I want to first thank God for this opportunity to create this pig show.
You were doing that with too much emotion. Y'all,
sorry, she's reading it off of a clipboard.
She is a bad public speaker. I want to thank God for my family. And the mic's like, and then she said, and
I want to thank my husband, and my daughters. What's turn over clipboard to read names?
Bitch 1, bitch 2, and bitch 3. And then, y'all, we have a special clip. We actually we contacted the producers of Pig Royalty, and we have an extended version of Michelle's speech that we did not see in the Netflix documentary.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm doing it. So she goes on to say,
when I have no clue, I just kind of sit here and watch him like this, y'all. If that's it, when you go to a live show and he's doing something and you just see me go, I'd love to see where you're going with this. I'll let you play the clip.
Okay, so she also, here, I'm going to take my iPad so it's like a clipboard just so I feel in the moment. And she's, oh no, I lost my place. Okay, there you go. She also says, thanking God, my husband. Also, we had several venues that were scheduled. People told me I couldn't schedule one. They told me that I couldn't drive a Ford Fiesta, but I had one when I was in high school because I worked so hard.
At the Dairy Queen.
They also told me that I could get Taco Gabbana to sponsor free margaritas, but they're here, y'all. I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for coming, and I promise I did not give any blowjobs to a judge to get them here.
Nor did my daughter.
Amen. Anyway, that's just a full speech.
Then, y'all, her whole team comes out and they present her with flowers, and the Rihns team is like, wait, what? Did they just bring out the whole team so the judge knows who they are?
Yeah.
And I was in disbelief too.
And just wait, because guess what? The judge, what's his name?
His name is Ty Chumbley.
Ty Chumbley,
which I said sounds like a made-up Arrested Development name.
That's the kind of names I grew up with, though. Didn't you?
Ty Chumbley.
Didn't you grow up with names like that?
Somewhat, but
Oklahoma,
I think these
Texas,
are more Oklahoma, Texas.
They're weird fucking names. So Ty Chumbley.
It's almost like piss off people.
Yeah. Exactly. Ty Chumbley.
Makes you angry to say it.
Yeah, Ty Chumbley.
That it's a real name.
But they're family friends.
And guess what? Michaela was his college student. That was her professor. So I'm sure she did not give any blowjobs.
At all.
To judges.
At all.
Or professors.
Ty's like, this is not going to go well.
Tyler,
I mean. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, so...
I use my good makeup forever on Kaylee for this.
Keely.
Whatever their names are. I can't think of their names.
Y'all, that's the show.
Y'all,
that prepares us for next week when we actually have the pig show. I've already watched it. It was perfection. I'm so excited.
Maybe you can pause on the rest of the shows. While I'm here, we'll try to catch up.
Why are you micromanaging?
Why don't I'll try to catch up with you.
Okay.
While I'm here.
Okay.
I'll
allow it. Y'all.
When this old world is getting you down,
I go with trouble proof up on the roof. Come on, baby. Oh, I love that song.
I'd listen to it now. Y'all, thank you for listening. Hey, we want to remind you, Sunday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
7:05.
7:05, actually. Right after the tell-all ends, join us with Chris Farah for a hot tea of the 90 Day Fiancé tell-all.
A YouTube live extravaganza.
Also, we want to remind you that we appreciate you listening so much. One of the best ways you can support us is to leave a 5-star
review
on Apple Podcasts.
If you don't know what to say keep going, Queens.
Keep going, Queens. That's what you can say. You can, Poodle is still paused on Cameo right now until the middle of this week.
You've decided when it's going to be.
You got to get fucked first.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. Y'all, but
I think now my brain's just backed up.
Yeah, it is. It just needs to be rotor-rooted.
Like behind a beaver dam.
Yeah.
We got out the clog, boss.
So everybody, I'm on Cameo though. Come to Reality Gaze Podcast on Instagram and Reality Gaze Pod on Twitter is where you can find all that good. Hey, we want to remind you too, if you're not in the Sissy Squad, which we love the Sissy Squad,
yes.
We have fun in there. But each month for the Sissy Squad, we have a charity.
And this is Asian Americans Advancing Justice, which is aajc.org.
Yes, they are the ones, if you see the Stop Asian Hate.
They're fighting basically in communities, they're fighting Asian American discrimination and assault.
Exactly. And if you're in the Facebook group, you can look at an announcement in the Facebook group and you can donate directly to the cause. If not, you can just go to their website and donate. It doesn't have to be about us. We just want to bring awareness to that organization. If you do buy merch, we want to remind you all of our proceeds from our merch, 100% of them go towards
our charity of the month.
I got to actually figure out the last one to donate. We got to do that.
Okay.
So again, talking about business here, but we got to pay people. So anyway, y'all, that's what we just want to give just help you make that aware of them. Also, too, we're still thinking about our sissies in Barbados. And that volcano, it is a spewing. It is not stopping. So we are thinking of you.
And we're also kind of standing in solidarity with all the people of color who basically been shot by the cops.
Yeah, it's just like another
trying to live their lives.
So anyway, y'all, we don't talk about politics on the show. These aren't politics.
It's not politics.
These are like
life.
humanity. So we just want to let them know.
13-year-old boy in Chicago.
Yeah, we just want to let you know that this is Black Lives Matter to us.
Yes, some 20-year-old in Minneapolis.
Yeah. So you can bet that we're gonna do support 1 month. We're gonna have a charity that supports that one of those causes. So anyway, all right, everybody. I think is anything else, Poodle? What else is going on?
That's it. What's our sign off? See you later.
We're gonna.